Yeah. Have you ever wondered how the United States came to be? It's a story not just of a few hundred years, but of thousands. A tale of vast lands, diverse peoples, and a relentless drive for change. Let's journey back in time and uncover the epic history of a nation. Long before any European ships reached its shores, this land was home to millions of Native Americans. For millennia, countless tribes thrived across North America. They built bustling cities, developed sophisticated trade routes, and cultivated rich, unique cultures. Each tribe had its own language, its own beliefs, and its own way of life, woven into the very fabric of the continent. Everything changed in 1492 when Christopher Columbus arrived. Searching for a new path to Asia, his landing sparked an age of European exploration. Soon, Spain, France, and England were all racing to claim a piece of this new world. By the early 1600s, the English had begun to establish a foothold. In 1607, Jamestown became the first permanent English settlement. 13 years later, the Pilgrims landed on the Mayflower, seeking a place to practice their faith freely. Over the next century, 13 distinct British colonies grew along the East Coast. Life was tough. Colonists cleared forests, farmed rugged land, and built towns from scratch. But as they built their new lives, a shadow began to fall over their relationship with Great Britain. The British government started imposing taxes on everything from paper to tea, all without giving the colonists a voice in Parliament. This was taxation without representation, and it sparked a fire of resentment. The colonists' anger boiled over. In 1773, a group of protesters in Boston disguised themselves and dumped a massive shipment of British tea into the harbor. The Boston Tea Party was a bold act of defiance. Tensions escalated until, in 1775, the first shots were fired between colonial militias and British soldiers. The American Revolutionary War had begun. On a hot summer day, July 4, 1776, the colonies took a monumental step. They declared their independence from Great Britain. The Declaration of Independence, penned largely by Thomas Jefferson, proclaimed a revolutionary idea that all men are created equal, with the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. After 8 long years of war, the impossible happened. The colonies defeated the most powerful empire on earth. In 1783, the United States of America was officially recognized as a new nation. But winning the war was only the beginning. The young country needed a government. In 1787, the nation's leaders gathered to create the U.S. Constitution. A brilliant framework for a new kind of republic with 3 branches of government to ensure a balance of power. With a government in place, the nation began to expand. The Madigans pushed westward, driven by dreams of land and opportunity. But this westward expansion came at a terrible cost. Native American tribes were forcibly removed from their ancestral homes, enduring tragic events like the Trail of Tears, as new states were carved out of the continent. By the mid-1800s, a deep and bitter divide threatened to tear the country apart: slavery. The industrial North had largely abolished it, but the agricultural South's economy depended on the labor of enslaved people. This moral crisis finally erupted into the Civil War in 1861. After 4 brutal years that scarred the nation, the Union in the North was victorious. In 1865, slavery was abolished. The country entered a period of reconstruction, attempting to heal its wounds and integrate millions of newly freed African Americans into society. But the fight for true equality was far from over. The late 19th and early 20th centuries brought incredible change. Factories sprung up, cities boomed, and millions of immigrants arrived from all corners of the globe, chasing the American dream. The nation transformed into an industrial powerhouse. The 20th century saw America step onto the world stage, playing decisive roles in 2 world wars. In the aftermath of World War II, it emerged as a global superpower, entering a long, tense standoff with the Soviet Union known as the Cold War. Back at home, a powerful movement for change was gaining momentum. During the 1950s and 60s, the Civil Rights Movement, led by visionaries like Martin Luther King Jr., fought to dismantle segregation and racial discrimination through nonviolent protest. Their courage led to landmark laws that reshaped American society. At the same time, the nation was looking to the heavens. In 1969, the world watched in awe as astronaut Neil Armstrong took the first steps on the moon. In recent decades, the pace of change has only accelerated, driven by technology, global events, and social movements. Today, the United States is one of the most diverse nations on Earth, a mosaic of cultures and backgrounds. Its history is a complex tapestry of incredible innovation and courage, but also of deep conflict and struggle. The story of the United States is not a finished book. It's a living narrative, written every single day by the millions of people who call it home. It remains a story of growth, challenge, and the enduring quest for freedom and opportunity for all. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey through history interesting, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more stories that shaped our world.